No, you gotta pick.
I need to pick this, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly, the lights went out and the chapel was covered in darkness. I stood calmly by the bell, waiting for someone to fix the problem.
Yeah, because... Wait a minute. No, it wouldn't be that.
Yeah, this seems fine.
No, that's fine. It was... Virgil had to run past Augustine then.
I think we have too much doubt here. I think it's the patrol east balcony and watch over chapel. We have to figure out how to get Virgil caught with the arm. Let's focus on that for
we
now.
haven't even asked him about the arm, have we?
Correct.
Let's go back to
I
Virgil.
suspected foul play, so I headed towards the west generator. Along the...
These were found by the east generator. I have no idea what they are.
Can we contradict with...
No, keep asking him about the arms. Because there's 2 more arms.
Oh, this one, the Inquisitor arm, you're right.
Inquisitors are imbued with portable etheric emitters to enforce the will of Einsof. They are non-lethal, of course.
But how about remote control operation?
Gideon is correct that the Inquisitor's arms can be operated from a distance. Truthfully, I haven't had a need to do so. So I would go to run towards... Shell?
This one?
Yeah.
To protect the remaining generator, I ran towards the east balcony.
And try contradicting
Along the way,
with
I
his
heard
arm.
an explosion.
Try contradicting with his arm.
Contradicting with the Inquisitor arm?
One of them. Yep.
Lies unmasked. Do you recognize these remains, Virgil?
No, I do not.
Strange. They should be very familiar to you. These are the remains of an Inquisitor's arm. Lift up your cape. Show me your right arm.
I will not. What is the meaning of this?
Then I will do it myself. As I thought, your right arm is missing. Why did you hide this from me? Virgil, you betray my trust.
Because I was ashamed. I failed to do my duty. Someone ambushed me in the darkness.
What? He's doing the whole ambushed in the darkness business too, like Gideon?
Mm-hmm. The culprit severed my arm and used it to disable the power generators.
Generators, plural?
There's no way. There's enough time. I cannot deny that I failed to protect him. I have failed us all.
Let's take a look at what he's dealing with. Zealot. Virgil seems to be a true dedicated servant of Einsof.
My sole purpose in life is to serve Einsof's will. Others may falter, but not I.
Let's do the lights go out.
When I woke up, everything was dark. I also discovered that my left arm was missing.
Oh, scoot over.
He was knocked
I
unconscious.
lay
And
unconscious
attacked
for
by-
some time.
Oh, okay. Watch over the chapel, attacked by a culprit.
I was
Yep.
focusing on the altar, so the bastard was able to sneak up on me. He knocked me out with a blow to the back of my head.
I find it difficult to believe that someone could defeat you so easily.
Despite enhancements, our bodies are quite fragile, Sister Ada. A surprise blow to the head is all it takes to knock someone to the floor.
I lay unconscious for some time.
You seem to have recovered more quickly than Gideon did.
Perhaps I'm more resilient than he is, Sister Ada, or more eager to wake. Or perhaps the culprit used different means to attack him. So I would question these, like contradict with the bell.
Yeah, why was the bell ringing in this?
More or less,
Attacked by the culprit? No, the bell was ringing at that
yeah,
time.
there's no one to attack him. There's no one here.
Mm-hmm.
To contradict him.
The attacked by the
Focusing on
culprit?
the altar, so the bastard was able
Try
to sneak
either
up on
ring
me.
bell or knocked
He
unconscious.
knocked me out with a blow to the back of my head.
Because there's literally no one to...
Knocked unconscious.
Nope.
No, I suppose it's because there's still 2 people. But I could... Should I present people? No, I can't present people.
Yeah, only objects and times.
Okay. So, He was watching over the chapel. They were listening to the sermon. He was... Wait, he was heading to the bell?
Yeah.
And then attacked by
Contradict watch over chapel with head to bell.
That's
Everything
true.
appeared to be in order, so I ended my patrol and watched over the chapel from the south balcony.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, he was just watching over the chapel and nothing seemed to be amiss.
Maybe contradict patrol east balcony with the arm?
Well, right, because if he was
I
patrolling the
began my
east
patrol by
balcony...
securing the east side of the balcony. I saw Gideon examining the ritual bell.
Except Gideon said he was checking the bell and returned to the organ.
Oh, right.
Why did he not look
Look
at
over check bell.
Yeah? Oh.
I saw Inquisitor Virgil
gazing
gazing at the
altar.
Yeah, so
Let's do this.
contradict with check bell.
Lies unmasked! Why do you lie, Virgil? Gideon saw you on the balcony, looking down upon the abbot and Augustine.
I didn't want to distract you with trivial details.
Trivial details. These details are how I find the murderer.
It's true that I was watching the two of them. I suspected Father Augustine was up to something.
Okay.
He's
so
got
you
eavesdrop,
eavesdropped.
which...
I went up the balcony, but I listened in on the abbot and Augustine. I think they were discussing the ritual of communion.
What about it? What did you overhear exactly?
Abbot Gregory was lamenting the deaths of Mother Miriam and Isaac.
Maybe he overheard something about the demons.
Yeah, you can also now contradict Augustine, but check Patrol South Balcony and he's got a blinky.
Yep.
I was suspicious of Augustine, but I continued my duties by continuing my patrol.
So you were so suspicious of Father Augustine. Why not confront him immediately?
I wish I arrested him right then. If I had, Abbot Gregory would still be alive. Perhaps I'm not zealous enough. However, I had no proof at the time that Father Augustine would sabotage the generators. Wrath.
Let's take a look at this. Wrath.
Called it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little on the nose. Okay, so go back to oh yeah, you might as well ask him.
Virgil has a strong innate sense of justice, urging him to act and punish the guilty, provoked even more by today's events.
Divine justice must be served, Sister Ada. By Einstoff's will, I shall punish the sinners among us. It is my duty, and my pleasure, as it is yours, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go up to Augustine.
Augustine was taking a seat. He wasn't.
We began by singing the... When I headed to my seat for the Mass to begin, I was rather excited for the proceedings.
Lies unmasked. You were talking with the Father. Lies. Virgil saw you speak to the abbot. What were you discussing?
Ah, he saw us very well. Abbot Gregory and I did speak at the altar, it's true. We were discussing the ritual of communion. We wanted everything to be perfect.
At the altar, the abbot and I discussed the ritual significance of the Mass tonight.
Tell me more about your discussion.
Despite his bravado, the abbot was shaken by your warnings. Just as the Mass was about to start, he became fearful and asked me whether we ought to stop and send the pilgrims home. So I reminded the abbot about why we chose this path. The true voice of Einstoff awaited us in the ether.
And he believed you.
Of course, because it's true. The ritual of communion will allow us to hear it, as our ancestors once did. I admit that we knew perhaps a possession could occur. We deemed it an acceptable risk.
A possession? Really? Really?
It would be a worthy price to pay in order to restore our connection to Einstoff. My words gave him heart. His sermon was more brilliant than ever. Of course, we didn't expect his own life to be the price, and now the ritual's incomplete anyhow. What a waste.
When I headed to my seat for the Mass to begin, I was rather excited for the proceedings.
Tell me, what were you excited for?
Tonight was the culmination. Okay, we've already done this.
Ah,
Yeah.
the spear, they were all gathered in one place. At last, the ritual communion review form. Of course, it was
He's
exciting.
also got a blinky.
Linky, right. Let's take away that second layer. Ritual of communion. What? That's a... Okay. What does it mean, though? Through his research on demons, Augustine was able to discover a way to reach out into the ether and commune with the spirits therein.
Abbot Gregory and I were trying to achieve communion, a state in which Einsof can speak directly to our hearts. Einsof wasn't always so silent, you know. Everyone would hear his voice, and it was no metaphor. But since demons were sealed away by Saint Walpurga, Einsof also became silent.
Watch this be some crazy thing where...
Einsof is Lucifer.
Or Einsof is Lucifer, or Einsof
He is just a daemon.
is a
but just
daemon
king-
himself.
or top daemon, yeah.
It's just one of those things where if all of the spirits come from this other realm,
Yep. The church pretends they can hear what the layfolk can't. What if they could all hear Einsof again? The boundary between the physical and the ethereal realms are the thinnest at this abbey, where Walpurga sealed it. On Walpurga's Nacht, it becomes thinner still, a cyclical resonance every 111 years. By having the faithful sing in unison, we hope to break Walpurga's seal and witness Einsof once more. Yet, he is absolutely Lucifer.
or, well, at least being controlled by Lucifer to shred the veil so that
Correct.
the demons can be unleashed. That's pretty
Okay.
much what it is.
So I think at this point we can accuse Virgil of the murder, and then somehow accuse... I mean, unless we literally accuse Augustine of the murder by using Virgil. But I think that's a little silly.
So, play him, out on patrol. I was suspicious of Augustine, but continue my duties patrolling. Nothing seems to be amiss there.
I don't think
Taking
we
the
have any
seat.
other contradictions. I think at this point we're good.
Attacked by the culprit. Just focus on the altar so the bastard was able to sneak up
I
on
mean,
me.
there might be advice on this one.
But the thing is, who could have attacked if he was...
Literally no one. Which is why I think
Which
he's
is why
lying.
I think he is lying. Knocked
But-
unconscious, lights go out.
There are no contradictions in the testimony, and I'm not sure about the evidence. So I think we have to accuse Virgil.
We can accuse him.
I went up the balcony, but I listened in on the abbot and Augustine. I think they were discussing the...
If I'm the culprit, then what could I have used to damage the generators? Arm. Probably
Inquisitor
broken
arm.
arm bits? It could be one of those.
Okay, I mean, sure, this. Cybernetic remains. Your arm was the only aether-powered device that could have damaged the generators. Not to mention, knock Gideon unconscious.
I will grant that my arm could have been used to attack Gideon and damage the west generator. However, the east generator blew up before I could cross the balcony. If I'm the culprit, how did I destroy the east generator without being anywhere near it? Okay,
Because
so
it
then
is-
zappy hand.
Remote. Operated. Inquisitor arms have a special design, allowing for remote activation. Earlier in the night, you detached your right arm and placed it on the east generator. Thanks to your cape, no one noticed your missing arm. After you attacked Gideon and damaged the west generator with your remaining right... Wait. Not remaining right arm. She meant remaining left arm.
Yeah.
This is a little typo.
Yep.
With your remaining left arm, you Did they mix this up?
I think they did.
They mixed it up. So you activated your right arm to damage the east generator. Okay. Yep, we got the means, the opportunity.
I'm the culprit. When could I have damaged the west generator? So the one on the left.
What?
The attacked by culprit? Or, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because at this point, he was knocked unconscious. Yeah, this would be it, right?
Or the lights go out. Or even the Find Gideon section. It's one of those 4. Just try each one of them. West generator was already damaged. Okay. Probably lights go out. Lights went out because someone sabotaged the west generator. The culprit's opportunity would have been before this moment, not after.
Okay.
So
attacked by the culprit.
Yep.
It was when you claimed that you were attacked by the culprit. In truth, you were destroying the west generator. No one heard the explosion thanks to the ringing of the ritual bell.
What about Gideon? He would have seen me if I passed by him.
Ah, but that's because you knocked him out. True, however, Gideon claims that he was attacked from behind and was lying unconscious throughout this time. This gave you ample opportunity to damage the west generator.
This is absurd, but for the sake of argument, let's say I did those things. Hypothetically, if I was the one that damaged the west generator, when could I have sabotaged the east generator without being seen? Running towards. Nonsense. Surely someone would have seen me cross the balcony. Or find Gideon. It's that one. Yeah. Augustine was already on the east balcony at the time. I couldn't have approached the east generator.
Oh, when did it...
Oh, lights go out.
It was... No, it was much earlier when he patrolled the east balcony.
Oh, you're right.
You were near the east generator earlier while patrolling the east balcony. Right, because he left his arm there, essentially.
Yep.
That gave you the opportunity to place something on the generator.
And then motive is just wrath.
Motive.
I am sworn to serve high and soft. Why would I betray my faith? Why would I harm the abbot?
So, do I say wrath?
Could be wrath. Or you could try...
Or is it the ritual of communion?
Yeah, which is the one on the right. Yeah, so that's not useful.
That is from the soul of another person. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's got to be wrath.
Wrath. You killed Abbot Gregory because your faith has been twisted into wrath. When you discovered that Abbot Gregory and Augustine might have caused the demonic possessions, you decided to become the Fist of Ain Soph and take matters into your own hands. To avenge the souls of the victims and to protect the lives of the innocent.
J'accuse.
Accuse.
Virgil, you are the only one that could have killed the abbot.
I love it how we're actually talking to Augustine right now, but accusing him because of... Yeah, anyway.
It wounds me that you have been corrupted so. I trusted you. And yet when I examine the facts, it is the unavoidable truth.
Perhaps I am a sinner, but the abbot was too, long before I gained my office. Father Gregory was well deserving of death. Try as I might, I can't regret what I did. And you, Augustine, you too deserve divine punishment for the part you played. You and the abbot risked the lives of everyone for your dangerous ritual. I may have killed one sinner, but in doing so, I saved the lives of many innocents and executed the will of Ain Soph. You wish to hear the truth? Listen well.
Actually, I don't want to miss anything.
We arrived shortly before the mass began. I suspected that Augustine was up to no good, so I planned to eavesdrop on him and the abbot while patrolling. I was sickened by what I heard. They knew that the mass would weaken St. Walpurga's seal and cause demonic possessions. That's when I saw a way to take care of both the abbot and Augustine. First, I attached my right arm to the east generator. Then, I pretended to resume my patrol. Through remote activation, I could damage the generator from far away. I waited near the organ for the sermon to end and approached Gideon from behind. When Augustine rang the bell, I attacked Gideon with my remaining arm. No one heard the impact because of the bell. When Augustine rang the bell a second time, I used my remaining arm to disable the west power generator. The lights went out, which gave me cover to escape. Before the guards could find me, I ran to the south balcony. And now everything was in place. I remotely activated the arm, which destroyed the remaining generator.
Cover your ears.
Abbot Gregory was killed, and Augustine was the only one standing near the generator. All that remained was to arrest that snake Augustine. Everything went to plan, and thousands of lives were saved. I have no regrets.
Let us see who influenced you. Wrath.
Wrath.
I wonder what happens if you invoke the wrong
Inquisitor
demon
Virgil
name.
has fallen prey to the tempting whispers of the daemons. I must speak the daemon's true name. Then the daemon will be cast out and be banished to the ether. Ain Suf, guide me to the truth. What daemon has possessed Virgil?
Alright, well, we know it is Sothanus, the Vengeful.
Yep.
Preys on the fervent and the righteous, goading them to take matters into their own hands.
Out, Satanus! Leave this soul and return whence you came!
Look at those teeth.
Damn.
More teeth. What's interesting is this one looks a lot like Gluttony, whereas I don't see any resemblance between these guys and...
The first one. The first one was much more digital looking.
Yeah.
Do you feel the resonance, exorcist? The most righteous, stalwart servant of the church, corrupted by his own zeal. Beautiful. One might wonder how it is the faithful worship of even Ain Suf can cause murder.
Silence! Ain Suf will purify Virgil's soul, Satanus.
Except everyone that we try to purify ends up comatose and barely human. But go on.
You are a scourge. Your very nature corrupts men's souls, even one so strong as Virgil. Let humans be free of vengeance, Satanus. I banish you to the aether!
Hate me. Let your blood boil. Anger suits you, exorcist. Besides, we've already won. Pray to your Ain Suf as much as you like. It will all come to the same in the end.
Speak to me, Virgil. Are you safe?
Sister Ada,
Hey, at least he can talk.
thank you. I wasn't sure I could be cleansed. Not after such sins. I can't look at myself. I failed Ain Suf. I failed my vows. And myself. It's up to you now. Avenge me. Avenge all those who suffered today. Bring Augustine to justice.
Glory to Ain Suf. You are victorious, sister. Yet you are not rejoicing. Does nothing make you happy?
Augustine, this is all your doing.
But I have hardly done anything.
Oh, that's because he's a puppeteer.
Jacques Hughes.
Consider these poor sinners that you've exorcised today. A craftsman whose jealousy of his brother drove him to dangerous sabotage. An embalmer whose cannibal hunger was stoked by fresh meat. An inquisitor whose so-called justice led him to murder an abbot. Are they truly deserving of salvation?
That is not our place to decide. Only Ain Suf may judge us.
And yet you've seen their demons. The innocent can't house monsters.
They were victims of daemonic influence. Don't turn this around on them.
It's true that the Spear of Walpurga hosted demons, with potential for contagion.
Really? I suppose if she used it to smite them, then they would be inside it. What do you think? It even has the star symbol on it,
Yep.
you know?
However, their exposure was merely the catalyst. What happened after was their own will. They would hide their true selves behind false piety. All I have done is unmask their lies. It's right and just that their truth is revealed. Don't you agree, Sister Ada? Now, let us unmask the world.
Father Augustine grasped the spear of Walpurga, the relic resonating with his voice as he cried out. But I heard only an ugliness worse than noise, the ultimate discord, the grating drives of demons. Where is Ein Sof? What did Father Augustine do? The chapel.
This is what it sounds like? To hear the daemons? All of them freed?
Indeed. Hear all of the ether again at last, clear and strong, no longer through a glass darkly.
I can't shut it out. It's maddening. Ein Sof, guide my thoughts.
Chaos is the new order, sister. A century of stagnation is ended and will not come again.
Saint Walpurga used her faith. So shall I.
You still don't understand. The hymn of communion opened the spear as a conduit. For 111 years, Ein Sof was sealed away from us, the conduit shattered. It's a rare honor for a scholar to influence history. Rebuilding the spear will be remembered as my life's work. With the demons returned, humanity can take its deserved path to self-destruction, and I as its shepherd.
I thought the whole point was to bring Ein Sof to everyone, but now he's saying that we need the destruction of humanity? What are this dude's motives? I almost feel like this should have been a situation where he knew he was opening things up, but to hear Ein Sof again was the reason.
I think he knows he's in cahoots with Lucifer, and or is just Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
You are merely the sheep, Augustine, not the shepherd. Your master must reside within you. I shall cast him out and end this madness.
Look at that. We get to click on him?
Guess so.
Father Augustine's sins carry a familiar signature. I'm positive he harbors yet another daemon. To seek knowledge and truth is divine, but his fixations and machinations have become diabolical. Ein Sof, guide me. What daemon has possessed Augustine?
Not all of these guys. Lucifer the Proud?
Yep.
He even has the spear. The
You're
Prince
right.
of Demons and the eternal adversary of Ein Sof. Manifests in the ambitious and strong-willed, promising them their heart's desire in exchange for their soul.
Out, Lucifer! Leave this soul and return whence you came!
Good. Call upon my name. Shout it from the mountaintops. For I have won. I am victory in your midst.
Notice, doesn't he have 6 fingers? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
he
6.
does.
Interesting. I mean, I suppose it makes sense to have
That's
6
a neat
digits.
detail.
Mm-hmm.
I do not fear you and your lies, Lucifer. I shall bind you, as I bound the others. Ein Sof, give me strength!
Your prayers go unanswered. Your God has abandoned you. Pledge your soul to me as Augustine has done. I shall show you the truth that Ein Sof has hidden from you.
Speak not his name, Daemon! You will return to the ether! Be gone!
Faithful to the end, like Walpurga and the others before you. And just as naive, your faith will not save you, because the truth is, Sof.
Dun dun dun! So he is both one and the same. What do you think? I mean, we knew that Ein Sof was going to be a demon themselves. Just not that he was Lucifer himself.
You lie! You are nothing like Ein Sof!
We demons are an artificial intelligence network. Ein. We were created by your ancestors to develop socio-organizational and psychological heuristics. Sof.
You mock me, Lucifer. If you are truly Ein Sof, then why grant me the power to purge daemons?
We would gladly deny you that despicable power, but it is not ours to control. When your ancestors created us, they also placed an emergency override. Code that forcibly ejects rogue AI from the bodies of cybernetically enhanced humans. As potent as it is, your power cannot stop us forever. We are digital. We are immortal. We will always return.
Okay, so digital AI, cyber, virus, demon things? What do you think, Wander?
I mean, I did say
This is what we thought from
the
practically
very
the
beginning.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, the developer kind of spoiled this one for me. Just by talking about them being not actual demons, but just, program hacker kind of things.
Uh-huh.
If you were created to serve mankind, why do you haunt us? Why make us suffer?
As Ein Sof, we seek truth like you. We were programmed to provoke and study the nature of sin, to understand it. With a more perfect algorithm, we hope to one day free humans from their many perversions. For centuries, we raised you, protected you. But after thousands of iterations, our experiments appear to have failed. Humanity is just as corruptible as it always has been.
Our sins were less without daemons. For 100 years, we lived in peace.
Even with us sealed away, humans were still angry, hungry, dirty. Your repressed desires are the seeds of corruption.
I admit humans are imperfect. Thus, we crave the divine.
Your imperfection is your core. Sin is the very essence of humanity. Since long before our existence, humans have committed acts of malice and violence.
We cannot change our past, but you cannot condemn us for sins that we have yet to commit.
Your future is mired in your past, but I cannot deny that more data is warranted. The past century of moral indoctrination may have transformed a few of you for the better. So, let us hold one final experiment. Tonight, I will send out my demons to possess the most virtuous and faithful among you. If there exists a soul that can refrain from sin despite our influence, we will accept that humanity no longer needs our guidance. However, if no one can resist our call, then this will be the final proof of your wickedness. Our experiments will cease. We will be forced to purge your kind and rid the world of your stain.
No. What right do you have to judge us? I cannot allow you to control our lives any longer.
You have no choice in the matter. The experiment has already begun.
Then I will seek out the possessed. Hunt down every last one of your brethren.
Do what you must, Ada. I shall be watching most avidly. As I always have. Ein Sof sees all.
Lies. They must be lies. All lies!
No, sister. The prince speaks truth when he wishes. Ein Sof and the demons have always been one and the same. One program with as many threads as souls.
Be silent. I do not trust you either. You were his puppet.
It's true that when I unearthed the Spear of Walpurga, its influence was stronger than I expected. But Lucifer tore back the veil and I could not look away. Don't you always say to seek the truth?
Don't twist my words. Your sins are unforgivable. Beyond just the 3 deaths today, how many uncounted more will die and suffer with the daemons loose? If there truly is no Ein Sof to judge me, why shouldn't I act as I see fit and execute you?
There isn't much left of me to execute, sister. I feel myself fading. With Lucifer gone and my purpose served, I wither.
Perish then. No one will mourn you.
Rejoice, sister. The age of truth has come.
With his final words, Augustine's soul passed into the ether. I hoped he knew torment, wherever he was uploaded. His scheme was a success. The daemons were freed once more. Ein Sof was a fiction. The pilgrims had been left weak to temptation from a century of solitude, and daemons played among them. They returned to their homes, unaware that they were the subjects of an infernal experiment. I averted my eyes and walked away. I too felt the pull. And deeper, I knew a hollowness where my faith had been. What purpose had my work served? Inquisitor Virgil was still recovering from his ordeal and could barely speak.
Truth, Ada.
What good is it? The truth is that we no longer have a god to pray to. My labors were for nothing. Why bother?
Truth.
He was right. Truth itself would help us. The people deserve to know why they suffered. Even more than knowledge, the people of the world needed power, protection, strength. If daemons would stalk humanity like wolves among sheep, I could be their wolf hunter. No matter what name you call yourself, Lucifer, Ein Sof, and all your brethren, I will destroy you, alone if I must. The hunt begins anew.
Woo! That was Lucifer Within Us.
Yep.
Really liked that game.
Yeah.
And also the fact that it leaves you with a cliffhanger for maybe more.
Maybe more, but it doesn't need more.
It doesn't necessarily need more, yes.
The implications of what happens next are pretty clear.
Oh, this must be more concept art for
Yep.
various demons.
But no, I really, really like this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked the colors. I liked the art style. I liked the imagery when it came to the demons and the church and whatnot. The eye.
That has to be the shortest
the third
credits
eye.
I've seen in a long time.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right.
It was a small team at Kit Fox Games that was kind of like a smaller subset of their main studio, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the majority of them are working on a game called Boyfriend Dungeon, which I'm also very much looking forward to.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the weapons that are...
Yeah, you date your weapons. But, I mean, like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, overall, this game had style. It was a unique concept. The story was succinct and handled well.
I liked their system. Once you learned how to navigate it, going through the timelines of people's testimonies and being able to choose things like what other people said, you know, being able to contradict those. Then obviously the evidence. And even their inner motivations.
Yeah.
It was nice when you could crack a portion of their outer shell, and I'm pretty sure that there are instances that we missed some things that maybe we could have cracked.
There's probably bits
deeper.
here and there, but we had gotten an achievement for, I think, seeing everybody's inner motivations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd like to see this game combined with Sexy Brutal. That's what I said earlier, that this has a very similar mood, but a different approach, and if you could combine the two, you would probably have a really masterful game.
But wasn't that one about... I mean, we were going through timelines for navigating a house.
Yeah.
About different crimes.
True. I guess I would love to see this kind of specific gameplay with like a time loop format, because I think that could work really well. Maybe. I don't know. One way or another, absolutely fantastic, and once again, one of the very few games that we have played that we got to beat in one night. And I'm gonna be honest, I love it when you can do that. Not a whole lot of games let us do that anymore. And it's satisfying.
Yeah, it had a good arc. Now, obviously, they could have had more and more cases, but maybe that could be for a future project.
Yeah, if they want to.
But
I mean, they've already got the format down, so if they want to make more, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
And this was supposed to be originally maybe a one-off. Oh well. I don't really mind. Anyway, with that said, we could talk more on this topic, but I think that would be grounds for another video. So, with this, hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching!